Hi, I'm Janice Nakbar, and I'm the sales manager of Back to Nature Products. We're going to tell you some things about our products today, but first, let's start with a little history of stripping. The first product on the market was a methylene chloride, and you all know about them, you have them in your stores. Methylene chloride will remove any kind of paint, and it'll remove it pretty quickly. The drawbacks are it'll only remove one, maybe two layers at a time. You have to work in a very, very small area, 3x3, 4x4, and you have to be there at the moment that it bubbles up. If not, it evaporates as if you didn't do anything before. Methylene chloride has a pretty heavy odor. You can smell it from anywhere. There are new government regulations by OSHA limiting the use of methylene chloride and the amount of methylene chloride that can be in the open air. It's pretty limited, and it's hard to use it without protective clothing. So we've moved on in the industry to a new product, which is the caustics. That was the next generation. Now, caustics will take off a lot of paint at once, probably take off 25, 30 layers at one time. One of the problems with caustic is that it drives the pH of the surface up. Now, you may ask what's so important about pH. For those of you who had fish tanks as kids, you remember you had to put those little tablets in, pH up, pH down. If you didn't get the pH just right, the fish would die. If you don't get the pH just right on the surface, your new paint's going to die. And it'll either fall off or it'll get brown, and you'll get brown spots, and your clients are not going to be real happy with it. And now another problem with using caustics is that they discolor wood, and they'll also fuzz it and splinter it. So now you're creating more work for yourself. You have to bleach the wood, you have to sand the wood, you have to bring down the pH. You have all these operations to do to get this wood or this surface ready for repainting. Back to Nature has solved a lot of the problems, pretty much all the problems of these products. With our safe solvent products, we can take off up to 30 layers at one time. Our products are pH neutral, no up-down like the fish tank, no problem with disposal, easy to use. You can put them up with an airless, you can roll them, you can brush them, you can spray them on, you can power wash them off, you can scrape them off. We have a very small volume of waste, and our waste is just as safe as our product. Just throw it away and you're done. This is the Ready Strip family of products: Ready Strip Wash, Ready Strip, Ready Strip Pro, and Ready Strip Spray. We also have available for you this brochure that outlines everything in the family of products, details them, and it's something that you can hand out to your customers. We have a small POP brochure as well. Again, ask your sales rep for it and you'll get a supply. This is Ready Strip, our leading consumer product. This is a product that any consumer can use without making a mistake. It'll take off up to 7 layers of paint in one application. You can put it on with a brush, with a roller. You could even put it on with your hands if you had to. And if you notice, it doesn't burn. There's also absolutely no smell to Ready Strip. What are the benefits? Well, if it doesn't have any smell, you can use it in the house with people around. If it doesn't burn, you don't have to be concerned about children, pets getting burned, customers getting burned. Nobody will get burned to hurt with this product. It'll also stick vertically. Take a look. You could put it on a ceiling. You could put it on furniture. You don't have to worry about taking kitchen cabinets down. You can apply them in the vertical. And if you take a look, I've got a kitchen cabinet over to my right. Here's a cabinet door, and here's Ready Strip that was applied yesterday. It takes 12 to 24 hours, and if you notice, it's sort of a lightish green, greenish white. Well, that's another part of Ready Strip that's so different from everybody else. It actually changes color when it's time to remove. Here's some new Ready Strip going on, and if you notice how great it sticks, this is on the vertical. It's not falling off. It's staying exactly where I put it. Look at the difference in the color. This is a light green. This is a deep green. This tells us it's time to remove it. Now, once it turns this lightish, whitish green, you have up to 5 days to remove it. Remember back methylenes, we had 15, 20 minutes? This is 5 days. It actually forms a little bit of a shell. You can hear it. And it's nice and soft under there. Let's just take some off and see what it looks like. That's how simple it is. And if you want to take a look at that, here's the paint. And the paint actually gets embedded in the stripper. And this is the kind of waste you have to throw away, just a dry piece. Now you see a little bit of smear, a little bit of white under there. We can take care of that with Ready Strip Wash. This is a diluted paint remover that's got two functions. Spray it on, use your synthetic pad, and it'll clean up any mess that's left on that wood. Look at that. That's just perfectly clean. The other thing Ready Strip Wash does is it actually lifts stain. Had there been a penetrating stain on that surface, the Ready Strip Wash would have been able to pull it right out and you'd be able to remove it. And if you feel this wood, there's absolutely no raising of the grain, no discoloring. As soon as this dries, this is ready to either paint or stain or varnish. Look how easy it is to apply Ready Strip. Just put some on your brush, sticks right on. Just roll it on. You want to put it on the consistency of icing on a cake because that's what homeowners really understand. If you started telling them 30 mils, it might get a little confusing. And if you notice, it's filling right in on all the detail, and that's okay. Let it go into the spaces. It'll stick anywhere you put it. And when it's time to remove it, I'll be able to show you what to do. Now, I just so happen to have another piece already that we applied yesterday, and I'm going to show you how to take the Ready Strip off. Sometimes people ask me about taking Ready Strip off intricate surfaces. You know, everybody can take it off a flat surface. That's pretty easy. Wow, that is gorgeous, isn't it? Look at that curl. Look at the paint. Well, what do you do about the corners and nooks and the crevices? Well, we can either use the Ready Strip Wash, and we can use a wire brush, or you can use your handle and your blade. Take out as much as you can. Notice it's moving the paint around. It is dissolving the paint. It's just a matter of getting it out of all the cracks. And we could try with our rag. Use your green pad. Yeah, that's pretty clean. We talked about the Ready Strip Wash having two functions. The first is removing any residue of paint that's left on a surface. The second is really an interesting function. It'll pull stain out of wood, which is pretty interesting. Most penetrating stains are very hard to remove, but we can use Ready Strip Wash in conjunction with Ready Strip to do that. If you look at this board, this was cut out of a piece of furniture, and it's got stain and it had polyurethane on top of it. We coated it with Ready Strip, let it wait its amount of time, and I cleaned half of it off, and look what was left underneath, stain. While it's still nice and wet and tacky from the Ready Strip, you put some of your Ready Strip Wash on it, and you wait a little bit. You mix it around a little with your cleaning pad, and as you can see, the stain is coming up. Look at all that. Now when I wipe this, I'll be able to get the stain off. That's as good as it gets. You end up with a brand new piece of wood. This is Ready Strip Spray. It's a clear, odorless liquid that goes on really easily. It'll take off 1 or 2 coats of paint just about as quickly as methylene chloride. And if you take a look at it, it doesn't drip, it doesn't sag, it stays exactly where you put it. Great for rattan, bamboo, intricate areas. Just another member of the Ready Strip